Since watching a few episodes of Don Brothers at the very beginning, I knew it was going to be a hit with everyone. And it's a really, really good series. At first, I was very kind of skeptical before we'd seen the first episode on would it be just like Zenkaija. Zenkaija was a very silly Sentai. Wasn't one of my favorite ones, but at least when Don Brothers came along, I was kind of going in with the kind of low expectations, but I knew it would be a hit, and bam, here we are. It's something a lot different. Earlier on this year, I made a video saying that the end of Super Sentai was happening because the main character, Don Momotaro, he was told that if the series didn't do very well, then the entire Super Sentai era would end with their series, and that's it. And it was a scare tactic, and dear God, it kind of worked because the series is a fantastic one. But when I wrote this video, which was on the 10th of the 11th, 2002, so the 10th of October, Don Brothers has made a lot of money, and I am absolutely kind of like taken back with how much money it's made. Now, before I mention any money of how much Don Brothers has made, I wanted to talk about all the toys and stuff that's come out. And it's been really, really cool. Now, I thought there would be a little bit more marketing, since with Zenkaija we saw a lot of the kind of, here is what the morphers do, here's that. I haven't really seen anything like they did with Zenkaija, and I'm kind of sad because I actually generally kind of liked what they did with their marketing and stuff like that, and how they kind of promoted the toys, you know, by making small videos. They were really fantastic. But it's been breath of fresh air. To me, I have really enjoyed the entire toy line, and it doesn't feel like it's cramming it down our throats. Pretty much every single Sentai has that extra thing. Gokaija had all the variant keys. I was going to say variation of keys, that's the thing. But they had so much. We have other Zords. But when you look at the whole way through Super Sentai and what toys come out, you've got the gimmicks, then you've got the main line, like the auxiliary Zords, the extra stuff, the things that, you know, would randomly turn up in one episode and we'd never see again, or one thing that was constantly used. And sometimes when collecting these sorts of toys, it just takes it out of you that you don't really want to kind of like collect, and it kind of gets a bit kind of with Don Brothers, they kind of took it all, shrank it all down and went, this is what we're going to be doing, and I generally really liked it. So mainly you got gears, you've got the, rather than having every single Sentai team, like, oh, here is the Pink Ranger, here is the Black Ranger, here is the Green Ranger, here is this, here is that. They mainly do, here is the Red Ranger, or for the 6th Ranger, for the 6th one, that's literally it, which I feel is a breath of fresh air, because you can collect every single one, and it does the exact same sound, rather than saying, hey, here's Gokaija, I'm going to collect all the keys right now. So that's what I've got right there. But there's no auxiliary Zords. You literally have, I think, just the Don Oni Taijin, then you have the 6th Ranger one, Tari's one, and then you have the kind of Phoenix, and that's it. There's never been a, hey, look, now we've got 1,001 other Zords to combine. And you know what? It's working. They've made a lot of money from this, and I'm really excited for it. As I said with Gokaija, your main run was DX, Candy, Gashapon, Zords, Lupin Ranger versus Pata Ranger. Even though you didn't have a lot of stuff with it, it still felt very busy and a lot of things to kind of collect, to kind of like complete the entire collection, to kind of see it. I didn't really like the way that they marketed their stuff, because it was like, oh, hey, you want to buy the Morpher? You want to buy the Zords? They're technically the same thing. That was with the 6th Ranger, that is. But it just felt like you had so much stuff to kind of collect, and that they were constantly producing stuff to make you buy it. And it worked. I bought most of the stuff from Lupin Ranger versus Pata Ranger. My collection isn't complete, but to be fair, collecting everything was just a bit of a, really type thing. Kairuja, I think I got that wrong. Basically, what Dino Charge was, you had batteries, you had Zords, and again, felt very kind of, do I have to collect every single one to get this? And it just kind of was a bit overwhelming. Don Brothers, it had a very minimal thing. It had gears, it had some Zords, it had little things like that. And it felt like kind of a breath of fresh air that way. But with Don Brothers, I feel like it's 10 times better than what literally we've had for quite some time. To me, it kind of feels like they're not going too hard like they normally do. And that's kind of a bit relaxing, that I don't have to go out and purchase everything straight away. In fact, it's going to be hard finding all the gears, and hopefully I can find them next year. But to me, to collect most of this right now, I'm kind of excited that what I've got is what I've got. The only thing I would kind of say that's kind of bringing about, and this is not on script, is the fact that with the Don on a Taijin, you have to buy the extra part to make him sit down, so you have to buy that again, which I don't kind of agree with. I feel like that should be a thing of, hey, if you bought it from this shop or you bought it from Amazon or whatever, all you have to do is just kind of show us your receipt and we'll send it out to you, or get in contact with them and they'll kind of sort it. I feel like that's a thing that they should kind of do. But effectively, I have to rebuy the Red Ranger one, and that's the reason why I've not reviewed it, because I'd rather review all of it together. Dear God, is it a big Megazord, and it looks really cool. And again, there's not really much to it to kind of push this. But did you know at the time of this recording, at 88.1% are not subscribed, where 11.9% are. So if you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about Super Sentai and Power Rangers, as well as pop culture. Let me know down below in those comments. Now, how much has Super Sentai made? I'm going to show you. So we're going to look over on Twitter. So what we're looking at is from Darichi, and he posted, Bandai numbers are out. This is for the first 6 months of the FY 2023, which is April the 1st, 2022 to September 30th, 2022. Everything is group wide compared to the same time frame last year in toys, stroke hobby, Sentai, and Ultra are up. Riders down a little bit. So what I want to kind of draw your attention is to Super Sentai. Its first half results were 2.6 billion, and the full year results is 5 billion. First half results is 3.5 billion, and the full cast year is 6.0 billion. As we can see here, Super Sentai first half results 2.2, and then the full year, which is 4.4. And then the FY 2023.3, here is it 2.9, and then in the full year casting 5.5. So here we go with Sentai. Sentai is up across the board, as well as almost a whole billion group wide. Makes me wonder if the return of the international DVD releases helped give it a little nudge. I'm sure it didn't hurt, but I'm also sure it's mostly on the strength of Don Brothers. Folks seem to really love that show. Now, I did kind of put it in, and I was like, huh? Said, I'm guessing Don Brothers has made 9.4 billion yen. I calculated and added them all together and said, it made 5 billion. Said, I was looking at both. Darn, hot darn, it's made bank. And they corrected, sorry, self-correction. Sentai made 5 billion last fiscal year. So for this year, we're halfway through, it made 3.5, and they're projecting 6 billion yen by the end of the fiscal year. More than last year, but not really bank, when 5 years ago they were making 20 billion per year. And yeah, maybe everything has dropped through the gimmicks, but now we're all kind of coming back and making it what it should be and what is coming back with the money. To me, the main thing is when you make a good product like Don Brothers, it speaks for itself. People want to go out and buy the toys. They want to buy the DVD, the merch, everything that comes with it. And yeah, they have literally gone hard. They've made sunglasses, they've made hats, clothes, everything you can think of. They've made gears of pretty much most of the main team Rangers, like obviously which has got the picture both of the main team, sometimes of the Sixth Ranger. The Dawn Blaster is a great morpher. I really enjoy it. And we're getting more stuff with the memorial things later on, rather than kind of waiting for a little bit later. But when you make a great product, people want to buy the merch. Right now, I'm thinking about getting everything that I can of Don Brothers, so I can have it, the whole collection for it, because it is a very good series. I'm generally really enjoying it. The story is fantastic. The story has been unique, and it's something that I really wish that they got a second season. So I'm kind of wishing that they're leading into, say, Don Brothers Season 2, because I generally would really like to see it, because this year has been fantastic compared to last year with Zenkaija. Mainly, as I said, people want to buy the products. They want to kind of talk about it. I have not really seen any bad stuff over at all when it comes to kind of Don Brothers. Everyone seems to be really enjoying it, which means that it's doing something right. And obviously with the old King Ranger thing that's coming up soon, is that going to be any good, or are they going to go back to what they were doing by selling a lot of stuff? But right now, Don Brothers is doing fantastic money-wise at the moment from compared to what we've had previously. So I'm very interested to see what other kind of years has made money, and I will be making a video on it saying how much money has been made. So yeah, I generally am really excited for seeing this and doing well. Like, what's going to happen? Dumb Brothers is slowly coming to an end by the time this video is out, and if you're watching it years later, obviously it's finished by now, but it's really doing well. I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to watch it because this team has been a unique team to me, and I generally am enjoying it, especially with everything going on. But I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。